39. Before we start, Cars,
Yeah.
episode 40 is coming up.
Q&A.
Next week, we got a episode 40 Q&A. So what does that mean?
Like and subscribe.
I'll take that. What else does that mean?
Leave a comment or DM us or something with some questions.
Yeah, ask us some questions, some things that you guys want to hear. We have a few questions that we can use, but we want some relevant, current listener thoughts. If you are interested in maybe doing a call in, we would love to have one of you call in at the time of the recording.
I would like that.
We did it once with our boy Joey.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are interested, hit one of us up and we'll run that. That'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what we can do too is if they can do it while we're recording, we can do a little back and forth. Maybe they have some questions off their question.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
That'll be cool. Before we get into it, quick sponsor shout out.
Go ahead.
Who we got?
Mano Wellness sponsored. Always. Enhance the human. Love the human.
Check us out.
I just added that in.
Mentioned last week how we are really focused on corporate wellness, and then we of course have our online coaching program. Dude, it's really cool. I actually didn't realize this when I started getting into the corporate wellness side of things, but dude, they work in tandem so well together where we're helping so many people from a kind of a group standing, and that could be anywhere from 50 to 500 people, but then now they're also going to have the opportunity to work one-on-one as well with one of our coaches.
Yeah.
So it's super cool. But
I mean, if you work for a company, I mean, give a little bit of a pitch for the
all right. So
for the fellows and ladies.
This is really cool because before we get into all of our stuff, this is really cool because
I mean, this is awesome. If you can help us out, that we would love it. Like, let's be genuine.
I said this to you. I was like, wait, dude. Like, what's really cool is most, if not all, people work for a company.
Yeah.
Most, if not all, companies have some kind of wellness initiative. Most, if not all, employees don't really know what their wellness initiative is. A lot of times, it's just their insurance plan and the benefits they get from their insurance. So definitely check that out because, just a little side note, if your company has insurance, they definitely have benefits. And what that means is you can get like $300, $100. There's like so many rewards you can get for like just uploading your workouts. So that's a side note. Go check that out because you can get $300 loaded to your pocket. But then what we're doing from a corporate wellness standpoint is we're going in and working one-on-one with companies where it's super cool, dude. We're going into their communication platform, whether that's Teams, Slack, Zoom, and I'm basically a one-on-one coach to many people. So I'm the wellness director, and it's not going to just be me in the future. We're going to have more coaches come in and help us out, but I facilitate everything. We do weekly prompts, we do challenges, we do monthly webinars as well on all the aspects of health, and then they have the opportunity to ask any questions they might have. It's really cool because it was a way where I brought my expertise in one-on-one coaching, and I was trying to figure out a way how to bring it to the masses, to multiple people, and this is what I've come up with so far, and we are working with a handful of companies. The feedback has been awesome. Dude, I have some really cool ideas that I'm going to mention to you after this and this weekend about some ideas to make this thing even better.
Nice.
But yeah, if you guys work for a company, first off, check out what your wellness benefits and your initiatives are for your company. And then if they don't have any, or if you want to get us involved, send us or connect us with your HR department. We'll get it going.
Yeah, I'll give you a genuine ask. If you know someone who works in HR, whether it's at your company or not, and you're friendly with them or not, connect us.
Please.
Put Anthony or put me in touch with them. Just a warm introduction, whether it's your HR or someone you know. If you wouldn't mind, we would really appreciate if you connect us because what we spread here is just knowledge that we want to bring to the masses as much as we can just to make them better. And most of the time their company is paying for someone to do it anyway. So if you support us, why not us?
But that's the thing. Most companies aren't paying someone. It's just they're getting an app or gym access or something like that, where it's more just like things that they can use. Where ours is more focused on like true wellness, right?
Yeah.
That one-on-one education. The way that kind of set up the formula is knowledge to habits, right? So we give you the knowledge, we help you create the action items, and all we ask is you to do those, which is obviously the hardest part.
Yeah.
But then you have the accountability of the support, and then you get the results.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more wellness focused outside of just getting an app or that kind of stuff.
I would just love a warm intro from a listener would make my day.
I would love that as well. That would be awesome. And
Let's
you know what?
What?
Our listeners are the best.
Yeah,
They're gonna
they
give
are.
us that.
They are. Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So we're going to be talking about some social media fads.
Mm-hmm.
Huge shout out to Lauren for this one. Lauren, a loyal listener. And she brought this up, and she had a few examples, which she didn't actually send them to me. But we found our own, so it's going to be all right. But I'm excited for this one, Carson, because my For You page, not my personal one, but the Mano one, these will pop up every now and again. But where it actually mostly pops up is, have you ever scrolled on Facebook? I don't think they're called Reels, but
No.
they might be because it's the same company. It's both Meta. Facebook videos.
I didn't know they had reels.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
been on Facebook in a while.
Bro, this is where I see most of them. And I guess it's just my algorithm.
That's your
is
algorithm
different
on there.
both. Yeah. I know you prep some.
You know, I was just going to say, I used to get these all over my algorithm, and now it has shifted. We were sitting here before the episode, and I was talking to my phone. I said, give me fitness reels. Give me fitness reels. I said, less baseball playoffs, more fitness reels. But
Did it work?
No.
No, it died.
No. A lot of Bryce Harper and Schwarber hitting it into the second deck.
It's almost Red October.
That's it. Hey,
There you go.
The boy knows.
I know, but I can't name any more players.
That's fine. You could name. We would sit here. We've done it before, actually.
We would sit here for a while. I'm just not a baseball guy.
Uh-uh.
All right, give me.
Actually, you know what? I got one recently. So
Let's go rapid fire through these.
my brother had some of his buddies over to watch the Eagles the other week, and we started talking about the podcast, and we started talking about fasting. And I know we've covered fasting on here before, but he sent me a video, and this might not even be a question. I just really want to try it.
We're just here's the whole idea is we're just going to be commenting on these.
I want to try it.
Play it in the mic.
I've never done it. Are you fine if I play? It's 2 minutes.
It's fine.
What's the cadence of something
I
like
haven't
a
listened to it
48-hour fast? How often should we be thinking about incorporating it?
So in general, what I recommend, I think the 3-day water fast twice a year is a great time to just get rid of senescent cells that are aging you quickly or cells that are going to go rogue and become tumors. Get rid of those.
So just to be clear, we're not talking about doing this every month.
No.
Right? This is something that is used as a targeted tool.
That's right.
To support the body and
3 days
longevity.
every
So
what?
twice a year.
3-day
Twice a
water
year.
fast twice a
January,
year.
September, fantastic times.
Okay.
I choose those because we typically go off and overindulge in the holidays and we overindulge in the summer. The 48-hour fast, once a quarter, if you have a mental health challenge, if you are depressed and anxious and you're looking for a variety of tools to help you boost your moods, 36-hour fast, that's really there for the person who's just so frustrated and cannot lose weight. If you're really struggling with weight loss, once a month, throw a 36-hour fast at it and see how it unsticks your weight. Then the 24 hours and below, I have people vary those in a weekly, depending on where they are in their cycle, but one 24-hour fast a week.
I think she's
can
talking
be
about women's
really
health.
miraculous.
She said
Yeah.
cycle.
And then most-
But it got granular there. I want to try at least, maybe not twice a year, but at least once. I want to try a 3-day water.
So here are my my non-science, non-study.
And
Thoughts?
mine is non-science why I want to do it. I just want to do it to be like, because I'm curious how it is.
Yeah, I feel you just want to do it for the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, just overall, I'm not a fan of fasting. But don't mix fasting with intermittent fasting. We've changed the word intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting really just means scheduled eating. This is when people are eating they have like an 8-hour eating window and a 16-hour
Right.
fasting window. That's different. That's scheduled
They
eating.
eat their dinner at 6 and don't eat until lunch the next day.
We're talking about fasting, more than 24 hours. I'm not a fan.
Really?
Not a fan.
have you read up on studies of it, or
So
like, what makes you not a fan? This is genuine curiosity.
Yeah, so the studies seem very valid in
Very.
terms of how it's killing cancer cells and all that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you what, too, the graphics that they do on the short things where they go into the sciencey like AI cells looks sick.
Yeah, it is cool. The reason I don't is because first off, you just know how I feel about extremes, and this is an extreme diet.
it is.
It is.
But it's not a diet.
It technically, by definition, it is.
You could treat it as like
You're restricting.
but you could treat it as like a once a year like race or like workout.
So this is where I go back and forth because there's also religions that fast as well.
That's
certain
true.
periods where they go through fasting. I mean, think about
let's
Lent.
take that out.
Yeah.
Because that's
Okay.
like that's spiritual, like not touching any of that
Okay.
stuff, but more just for like the health and wellness aspect and less religion. Because religion,
So
I'm never gonna critique someone's beliefs.
the reason I don't like it for the most part, and I always say it depends. It does depend on the person, but because number one, it's attracting people that are trying to get that quick fix, and it's not a quick fix. Yeah, she is right that a 36-hour fast you're going to lose weight. It's because you're
Yeah,
not
no
eating
shit.
for 36 hours.
Yeah.
But how about that same person that doesn't eat for 36 hours? Now they're malnourished. They didn't
Okay,
get any vitamin.
I wouldn't do. I cut you off, but I wouldn't do it for the look. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the other benefits. Is what I would do it for.
So to
And
me,
also because I want the challenge.
that's fair. Here's where I going back to that scale, right? And I don't know which way this scale weighs, but on one side, you have fasting. On the other side, you have the nutrients, the macronutrients and micronutrients that we need every single day, right? With fasting, you're going to get the benefits of the cancer cells and just the mental challenge and all that kind of stuff, clearing everything out. But you're also malnourishing your body. I mean, dude, when I think of fasting, unfortunately, the thing that pops in my head are kids and people living in a third world country where they're forced to fast and just looking at their bodies, looking at their physique. And I know that's an extreme situation, but that's just shows you how important nutrients are. Last episode, we just talked about quality of food. I think I'm just such a huge believer and proponent of getting the right high quality macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats, and micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. That, to me, going multiple days without those, in my opinion, this is 100% an opinion, I think that does more harm to our body than the benefits that we would get from the fasting. Because think about it this way. For me, dude, if I just focus on the quality of food, I get my nutrients in for a consistent long period of time. I don't know the numbers, but I would assume that the percentage of prevention you get from fasting is probably less than the percentage you can get just from living the healthy lifestyle.
You mean benefits wise?
Yes.
Percentage?
I
It's
don't know,
interesting.
man.
It's
I
interesting. I was thinking about this last night actually, and because I'm doing the 50-50-50 still and walking, and I was wondering like by day two, like the night of day 2, when I go to hit a walk in 50-50-50, would I be like out of it? I have no idea. I've never been in that spot.
Yeah, your brain.
Like, would I be like ready to faint?
Your brain like will start shutting down because what happens is when you don't have nutrients in your body, your entire system has to change its course.
That's the whole point of it,
right?
For it to like reset.
Exactly. And focus on things to keep it goes into a survival state and focus on things to keep you alive, right? So one of the things is not your cognitive ability that is going to focus on, right? It's going to obviously keep your brain alive, of course.
Yeah.
But it's going to more focus on the things that your heart and all those things that actually need to stay alive. But
Which people would say is a pro to it.
totally.
Because all of a sudden your cells are more efficient and like what's priority and takes priority.
Here's my thing. I think it is good I think we should view it like a diet. And the reason I say is I think it's good for people like yourself, like myself, who are already living that healthy lifestyle.
I got some work to do.
Living the lifestyle that is increasing their health span, as we mentioned last episode. If people are on that track,
We can throw it on.
throw it on for sure.
Try it.
Bro, that's why.
But don't think it's going to solve issues
Exactly.
when you're not living.
Right. So in the grand scheme of things, you have to be on the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle already. And then, dude, then I'm a huge proponent of diets. That's where that whole kind of shift goes. Because
It's what you normally say. Like when people come to you and say like, should I try this thing to like sleep? Or I don't know. Like I forget. But all the problems, you'll be like, well, how's your nutrition?
Yeah, right.
How's your sleep?
Right.
Why are you going to try that if you're not fixing the other things?
exactly. So for me, I have a really good foundation of that lifestyle. Once I'm done this endurance training, I'm going lower carb. I'm not going keto, but I'm doing a lower carb diet. That is because it's not an extreme. I'm already living. I'm just changing around some of my nutrients,
Right.
but I'm upping some of the others. So I think
You
that's.
jacked on us?
I don't know about Jack because I'll still be running and doing the bike.
Shred City?
I'm definitely spending December and January I'll get jacked in December and January.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna kind of get back to the normal kind of
When the weather
back
starts
and
to turn.
forth. Yeah.
Nice.
But
On to the next.
I think that's the conclusion of that.
Yeah.
Is
What was yours next?
I'm a fan. I'm changing around my thing. Oh, there's that. I'm changing around my answer. I'm a fan if you are already living that healthy lifestyle. Overall, for the majority of people, I'm not.
Love it.
You got another one?
You had.
Don't do mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't do mine. Actually, bring up all of them. We can just talk about it anyway.
Well, we talking about fasted. It was these were straight from Instagram, but training fasted burns more fat.
Yes.
We kind of touched on the next one too. Artificial sweeteners are worse than sugar.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. The reason I hate that is because I totally agree. We just talk about quality food, that artificial sweeteners are bad because it's not good quality. First off, the studies that show that they're bad, they're using an insane amount dose-wise, so like it's hard to even kind of believe them. But you just can't tell me for someone who is diabetic, meaning they have a sugar problem, that getting off sugar is going to be worse for them. Like in that situation, for most people, for the typical American diet, the best thing is to get people off sugar. And if that's to cut corners and do artificial sweeteners,
For now.
for now,
the time
I'm
being.
okay with that. And then you kind of shift towards more of those natural ones. Because here's my thing. I have seen many of the clients that I've worked with where I got them off sugar, I got them off Coca-Cola or the coffees, onto the artificial stuff. And then when they were at a healthy weight or they didn't have any of those conditions anymore, I actually introduced sugar back in, but healthy alternatives.
Right.
I added in honey. I added in
It's like let's try and wean you off that, and you can go back to sugar
to
if you
natural
want
sugars,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because then they don't have a sugar problem to begin with. So that's where I don't like that one. That's a good one though.
I feel like we touched on another one that I've seen recently, where it's the 30 grams or it's like protein immediately when you wake up. And we were talking about this with the pumpkin spice lattes
Oh,
in the
this
morning.
is the 30-30-30 thing. Have you seen that?
No.
It's 30 grams of protein,
30 minutes.
30 minutes after you wake up. Oh, what's the other 30? It's like for every 30 minutes throughout your day or something about the timing. I definitely got that wrong. I don't think it's 30-30.
But we have touched on it before. Like, it is important what you put into your body first thing in the morning. And this came up with the pumpkin spice latte thing where I had it and I was like, this probably shouldn't be the first thing I put into my body.
And this is where social media is so annoying sometimes because I totally agree. We should be getting protein, but why 30 minutes?
Yeah, we just picked that.
30 minutes and I'm not eating a protein, 30 grams of protein, no shot.
No.
But I absolutely 30 30 grams of protein in the morning as your first thing that you consume, food wise, absolutely, totally. But just that's where like no.
But this also goes into the thing that you said before, like even for me. Are you doing the other things though too?
No.
Like does it matter if you're going 30 grams of protein in the morning, but you eat like shit the rest of the day? Like, do you think you got better?
Right. Like no.
This can be the next step. But we're so caught up on like the details.
But that's why we're doing this episode.
know.
That's what social media does,
Yeah.
dude. They have to put 30 minutes of 30 grams per, like, they have to be so specific. You know my favorite quote? One of, it ain't that deep.
Yeah.
It truly isn't. Just get high protein meal in the morning. Like, it can be that simple. But that's why we have information overload, because then people try to stick to that 30 minutes of 30, and then they just get like, I'm not doing this anymore.
But good for them. They might stick to it and check that box at 30 grams in the morning, and they're doing great. That was one task, but they ended up not prioritizing anything the rest of the day.
That might have been the only 30 grams protein they got.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Next one. I got one for you.
Let's go.
This is actually the first time I heard it. Budget Ozempic using laxatives like Miralax for weight loss. This is horrible, dude.
I
This
never
can't
heard
be
of that.
true.
I never heard of that, but I guess you can kind of correlate it to like, don't people do that with coffee?
Just in terms of just getting
Like
stuff.
suppressing your appetite, and doesn't coffee suppress your appetite?
I mean, no, but it does make me go.
Yeah, so maybe
Totally.
look, I don't know if anyone ever. I never heard of that either.
Yeah. You know, it does fill up your stomach pretty well is seltzer water.
Yeah,
Really does.
a little
I-
bloated in there.
Yeah, because I had
Yeah.
to stop drinking them sometimes because I need to get more food in. I'm so
and then you
full.
hear like the
Yeah,
and you just
literally.
like gas out of
But
it.
no, you're right. There are a lot of things like that people do, and I hate it because, dude, you're right on the line of an eating disorder, because one of the worst eating disorders is you throw up after you eat because you don't want to digest the food you just ate. That's scary as hell to me. And is this that much different?
Yeah,
Having a lax, like, I hope people aren't using this, and I hope this isn't true, but apparently it's from TikTok, allegedly, and that scares me. We're not doing that.
No, give me the next one.
Mouth taping.
Ooh,
Have you looked at this?
no. Have I looked into it? No, but I know that I breathe through my nose at night.
That's good.
I know,
Yeah. All right,
but
so,
I breathe.
so you don't need it.
I breathe only through my nose at night.
That's good. Cause
No mouth. Like I don't breathe out of my mouth.
that's fine as long as you're nose breathing most of the time. So
You know, how, like,
ideally,
what would it be? Like I'll wake up in the morning and I just know my mouth hasn't opened all night.
yeah.
Like I don't even know.
Or
what
you
to
know
say.
if it has been open all night because it's super dry.
Yeah, and it's not. It's like, yeah.
Here's another quick side fad or thing that I've saw. Apparently, like, there's a certain number of spiders that go into your mouth.
I know.
You say this
I know. Don't
stupid
do that.
stuff like that.
Don't do that.
That's just another example.
It's
though.
got to be true though. No, they said it.
How?
They said it.
But it depends on where you live.
No.
Yeah, that person lives in
No.
Philly.
They know. Yeah, exactly. They know exactly
not
where
getting
I
spiders,
live.
though.
They know exactly where I live.
They're getting cockroaches.
I heard of that, and what are the odds?
There's no way.
Like, it's a lot of spiders.
30? How many?
It was more than one, which is
That's
too
too
many.
many, yeah.
Which is too many.
There's no. But reason being, nose breathing.
Oh, but so what do you think about mouth tape for people who do nose breathe or who do mouth breathe?
So
Why not?
Why not? If you want to put tape on your mouth in the middle of the night,
Why not?
go for it.
Oh, you're not into it.
I'm the only reason, dude, I'm not is because, like, is this not like a torturing mechanism?
It's odd.
That's what it
For
makes me
sure.
feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like all I envision is just black tape over, and I know they have like legit ones, but I just imagine black duct tape over my mouth, and I just feel like a prisoner.
Yeah, it's a bad visual.
But
You know what? I don't tape my mouth, but I'm also thinking of it. Like, just imagine, like, spur of the moment, you and your partner, and just you got mouth tape on. Hold on one second, let me rip it off.
Yeah, literally, dude. I mean, look, it does work because you do want to nose breathe throughout the night. And
Right.
you want to be a nose breather in general. But I actually fixed my breathing, not with mouth tape. All I did was every single night, like before I went to bed, I would just, I don't call it breathing exercise, but I would only breathe out of my nose. And then I realized like my mouth was getting less dry. And I started to realize that like when I woke up,
You were
my
training
mouth
it.
was closed. So
I just got
kinda
lucky, I think.
I just trained. Yeah, it depends on
I
that
got
too.
lucky, yeah.
But I think one of the things that you mentioned too was
I mouth breathe when I work out sometimes, though.
in super intense ones or normally.
I think it's super. I
Probably
noticed it in super intense.
Yeah, because it's hard to just nose breathe, but it's so important. Nose strips, those are big.
Did you see the new, like, they're everywhere now on my thing, the magnetic ones where it'll be like zoomed in and you put the pads in.
And you go shoop.
No,
So-
it'll do one nostril and then the other.
Oh, I
one.
didn't see
and
the-
it'll
the
click out
separate
and
one.
you'll see it. It'll be like,
No, but I've used the magnetic ones,
no way.
bro.
Is it legit?
Dude, if you put one
sleep
of
with
those
it?
things on, no. I've worn it once for a workout.
For a run?
For a run. If you put one of those things on, you will question how you've been breathing your entire life. It is insane. It just,
Do I need to get one?
that opening, when that little like magnetic opening, that's what it feels like when you're breathing.
Do I
It's
need to get
nuts.
one? To try it?
I'll let you try the one I have. They're like
'Cause they're just
disposable
like
strips.
strips, right?
Yeah, I'll let you try it. But I would say that's a better approach to wear one of those at night, and then go kind of do the approach that I did of just trying to fall asleep. Because if you're opening up your nose, you're just getting more air in, so it's going to prevent you to have to breathe into your mouth.
Dude, we're talking about spiders. Imagine you click it out and like a fly, like all of a sudden it's like the Lincoln Tunnel. It's I think you just going
The Lincoln
It's just straight up,
get stuck
just
there.
shooting up.
Now-
Yeah, guides in your brain.
Now we can count. Wait, dude, maybe the mouth tape is genius. You flip it around. You get one of those double-sided tapes, and then you can stick all the spiders, and now we can count. We can see how many there are.
And your
we
partner
can
gives you a
debunk
kiss
this.
and you get stuck.
Don't take it off.
Yeah.
Don't take it off. Yeah, how funny would that be?
We could debunk it though if you do flip it and you just for the rest of it, not one spider got
Yeah,
stuck.
she taps you on the shoulder. You're leaning the other way.
Yeah.
You turn around.
Yeah.
Just mouth tape on
Yeah.
you. And you
Or just like
go for it.
midway through, like the pillow is like stuck because you
You're-
went face down.
give her a nice little goodnight peck on the cheek, and it just sticks. And you're stuck there.
Good night.
Where you going, buddy?
Nice.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, next. Hit it. I'm on fire.
Covered that.
She's
that.
on fire.
Oh,
She's
this
so
is one I saw recently. Doing 15 minutes of cycling reduces your risk of heart disease by 30%.
What a round number.
And why just cycling?
Probably because it overheard that you ride the bike.
It probably hurt.
So they fed
you know what
that.
it was?
They-
It didn't.
it
It
heard
just
the
heard
bike,
me
yeah.
riding the bike on
So
that
they
stupid
just
trainer.
fed you that clip. I saw something. We
Real
were
quick,
talking about it.
I just want to comment on this real quick.
The stats, yeah.
I don't put this down as not being true. I just think goes back to that 30-minute thing. It's just way too specific. This
Yeah.
can just say doing 15 minutes of exercise reduces your risk.
Yeah, like I saw the same thing about walking where it was like Alzheimer's and it was like 300 or like 7. I'm going to misquote it, but it was like a wild percentage.
So does that mean I'm not going to get it if I'm running?
How the fuck would I know?
That's what I mean. Like those headline stats, they're
They
way
put a
too
nice
specific.
image of the brain too if you walk and if you don't walk. Legit.
Oh, yeah.
These posts.
They're good.
They're onto something.
And you know what it is too? It's all AI now too.
I know.
So now they're getting really good.
And they're just pumping the numbies.
And they're pumping the
We
posts.
could use the numbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah.
Like
and subscribe.
and subscribe.
Next.
Guy, you were gonna comment on that?
No, that was my comment. It was great. You remember it.
Yeah, have you seen these? This is the next one. Two things here. The waist trainers. Oh, no, I mentioned to you before.
Never
You said
seen
you
it.
didn't see them.
No.
What
do you mean?
So I see this online all the time, but I actually saw it in person once. People wrap this thing around their waist, like right under their rib cage on their abdomen. And well, there's actually two different versions of this. The version I wasn't referring to was it's actually like a core exercise where it vibrates. And apparently the vibration vibrates your core, strengthens your core, and it's supposed to show your abs.
Sick.
You know what else does that? Crunches. The one I saw it was just like, dude, it was like a lifting belt, but it was a waist belt that you wrap around, same thing. You tighten the crap out of it, and that compression apparently makes your waist thinner. And for the ladies, when you have a thinner waist, I guess your hips look wider. So you're getting that curvature.
Get the, hourglass.
Yeah. They're poor intestines, man.
Yeah, that's tricky.
That's a tough one. Would you wear one? You're thinking about it.
If I can get the hourglass.
It's kind of nice.
I have thought about before that, like, our waistbands are tight, right? Ish, so that our pants don't fall down. Did we design around where the fat builds, or does the fat also build in that section because our waistband's tight? Do you know what I mean? Like why it's that
thought.
pouch ends up sitting around, and then you get the love handles, like they sit, and the fat seems to sit above the waistband. Did we make the waistband, like, did we acquire that because it goes there, or
That's a great thought.
they factor in?
That's a great thought. I want to say that
I mean, we can't fix it. Well, I'm not gonna walk around with any.
biologically, no, in terms of where the fat accumulates, but I think it shows more for sure.
Yeah,
I think it shows more because, again, you're making your waist skinny,
and then it's just
gonna hang over more for sure. Yeah,
a little muffin top.
is that what it's called?
Ain't nothing wrong with a little muffin top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Next.
if I love a muffin top, if it's just from good quality food,
That's right.
right? You can have a muffin top, just make it good quality food.
That's right.
Bang bang. The second thing that was kind of along the same lines was a sauna suit. Have you seen this,
I don't think I have.
bro? It's like
Like, are you
it's
talking
kind
about
of
like what the boxers wear, like the trash
show you.
bag ish?
no. So it's a
Like when they're
newly
working
invented
out?
trash bag, essentially. It's kind of cool.
It's keeping the heat in, but also giving heat.
Well, so there's a bunch. There's ones that they literally made like trash bags
Do you
into.
remember the wrestlers in high school?
Yeah. Oh,
Used
on
to,
the
like,
treadmill too.
With trash bag
And they literally had to
hoodie
put.
underneath.
Bro, do you remember? I don't know if you saw this ones. They literally had to put towels under the treadmill because of how much they would sweat.
Unbelievable.
And like the tread would like
just like spit.
it would puddle up
spitting
behind
water
them.
all day.
So they have sauna suits that are literally, they look like trash bags, but they're actual like clothes. But no, dude, I saw this. It's like this. It's technology based, and you can change the temperature on it, and it's literally like a wetsuit that you would wear in the ocean, but a sauna suit. So you change the temperature and it does the same exact thing, but you can just sit there and do it. It's sick.
I need to check it out.
Would I get it? I don't know, but I definitely want to try it.
I mean, if I had I'm sure it's like $1,000. If I had $1,000 to throw around, maybe.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
I'll show you it after. That one I'm kind of inclined, but I'm not a sauna guy.
Like
though.
imagine, and you're not like a sit on the couch guy, but like imagine you were like sitting at your desk doing work or like watching a Sunday football game, and you were getting a sauna.
What's the difference than we did when we recorded the last pod?
Yeah, true. It was hot as shit.
I'm just not. Yeah, I guess that's but if you're sitting there, like, does it collect the sweat? Like,
I mean, no, I'm sure they don't have a filtration system.
dude,
in the suit.
your couches, you would have to like sit outside or.
I didn't say I thought it through.
I am.
Yeah, you sit on the ground. It has to collect it. Who knows?
Sit in the shower.
Let's buy one.
Sit in the shower.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, we'll split it.
Yeah. I
Well-
wouldn't mind.
We'll go.
How much is it?
I gotta look after. I gotta find the post. All right, last one.
Hit me. I'm gonna have a good answer for this. I know.
Running destroys your knees. Don't run.
I was just talking about this with someone. He said, and I mean it makes a good point. there is no benefit in running. Not there is no benefit. His opinion was the negatives negate the positives when running over a certain distance. And his distance that he spat out was like 8 miles. He's like, there's no 8, like it wasn't scientific. He was like 8 to 10 miles, like somewhere around there. That you're doing more harm to your joints going that longer distance than the benefits. Running is great for a certain amount of time, but once you pass like a certain hump, you're not getting any more benefits. You're getting more benefits, but the negatives are negating some of the positives.
Tell me his name off the pod. Number one. I'm just very interested. I mostly disagree.
And it came from personal experience where he said, I wish, like I'm older now and I have joint problems, and I wish someone told me when I was younger that I didn't need to do a bunch of things, and I think my joints would be in a better spot.
I disagree with most, but agree with some. The part where I agree is it's like a bell curve, right? Where there's a certain point where you will start getting negative effects. But it's only in situations where you do it the wrong way. What I mean by that is most people that do couch to 10K, couch to marathon, if you don't get to that distance with proper training, with doing the right things, yeah, then absolutely. If you don't train for a marathon, you go to a marathon, there's a reason that you are in so much pain after. So much pain. But it's all relative. If you train up to that distance, that's where his argument is completely invalid. Because 8 miles to me, dude, I can go do 8 miles, zone 2, and be perfectly fine, no pain, no nothing. It's so relative.
Not pain though. Would the studies say that professionals, so people who train, would the studies say that later in life they are more inclined to have joint problems?
Well, that's different. We're talking about an extreme group.
I mean, you're an extreme group.
Yes and no. I'm not where the pros are, dude.
I mean,
when it comes to running, dude. And
this is going into detail. Like the general person should run.
Yeah,
this is going to like a whole nother level.
But so I'm going to come back to that, and that's why I mostly disagree. But
I'm talking for you.
I'm not even at that level, dude. Runners, and when I was running my peak running, dude, these guys are hitting 100-mile a week with intensity and speed. The most I've ever ran in a week were outside of my races was like 70 or 80. So still very, very high, but not what the pros are doing.
Where do you think the peak of the bell curve is?
It's relative.
That's so relative.
It's relative. So there is a certain point where you have to train into it. So where the bell curve will start going the opposite way is the point where you are doing a distance that your body has not had the physical training load to handle. And there's a very easy way to know this is how you feel after or the day after. If you do a run that's a PR and the next day you can't even walk, your bones are killing you, your joints are so sore, you completely destroyed your body, he's completely correct in what he's saying. Let me just throw it out there and give you an example, which is why I mostly disagree with him, is because marathon runners, if you do multiple marathons, it gets harder because they try to PR and PR. But if you don't try to PR and you just keep running the same marathon, every single one gets easier and easier. Like it does, your legs get so strong, your joints get strong, your bones get strong, that it's not causing that opposite effect as well. Now, I'm going to give another example because if you even want to talk about the extremes, dude, I trained so hard. Give a little background. I did a 100-mile run in 2023. I trained so much for that I prepared my body for that thing more than anything. And I slowly increased the distance all the way to as close as I could to prepare for that race. The next day, dude, I was sore, but I was walking. I went to the gym. I was no injuries, no pain. Just took a week to get my muscles back up and running. Again, that is an extreme run. Not recommending people to do that. But I say that because if you do it the right way, and this is the problem with most people, you have to spend a year, maybe 2 years, being very, very consistent and slowly progressing the mileage. Then you can have a nice consistent increase in
So question. So if you consistently increase, I mean, we're talking about such an extreme, but now I'm curious. If you consistently increase and then you sat there and you did 100-mile races for years, but your body was prepared for it, you're telling me there's no long-term damage that's accumulating in your ligaments?
That's where it's different.
Got
Right.
it.
If you're doing an extreme event
was gonna say it has to
repetitively,
be.
right? Like I did that as a one and done.
Yeah.
If you're doing it repetitively, then absolutely.
You're
yeah. Because look, dude, like at the end of the day, yeah, I still felt fine the next day, but there were some deterioration for sure. Because it gets to a certain point. One of the biggest benefits when it comes to running, because it's a weight bearing activity, meaning like there's ground reaction for us, is that it's a bone strengthening exercise. Biking and swimming are not, because your weight doesn't matter. You're not having any contact with the ground. So where the bell curve starts to go down is where you're actually deteriorating your bones. Reason that this happens is because there's too much impact. So and maybe you don't have enough protein in your body. So your bones start pulling protein, breaking down protein, so aka breaking down the bone in order to provide your body with protein. Right? So that's where it goes on the other side. But to say that put a number on it and say that an 8-mile run for everyone is going to cause deterioration, like
I don't think he was saying that either. He wasn't saying like there's science based. I think he was more just getting the overarching point that like you can do too much.
You can, and that's the extremes.
Yeah.
But I think as long as you kind of work your way up to it, no one's running a marathon every
I
weekend.
feel like you're gonna know who it is.
I have no guess.
You will in a minute.
But again, yeah, I would say outside of the races, outside of the extreme events, if we're just talking about consistently running, look at it from a weekly standpoint. You can slowly increase your weekly mileage by a couple miles per week. Your daily miles are going to go up, but if you're doing that in the right way, then you're not accumulating more fatigue. You're actually going to focus on that bone strength to a certain point. You're right. Because dude, where I'm at, my level of fitness is very high, where right now I can sustain a pretty high weekly mileage of running. Dude, after this race in November and December and January, that number is going to be way different. So if I try to do the same mileage I'm doing now in January,
Gotcha.
opposite side of the bell curve.
Got it. That was well said.
I'm very excited.
I combated you a little bit, and I like it.
No.
Yeah.
Because you're right, though. You combated me, but you're right. Because it was the extremes.
Healthy debate.
I know what you're talking about, dude. That's a Barstool thing. I've never listened to it, but just the idea of Rico Bosco.
Me either.
makes me
I
die.
haven't listened to it either. I know.
I kind of like the concept, healthy debate.
I had a clip of him today, like freaking out about something. He's just always on edge.
I would love to bring that kind of segment into this, but we don't have debates.
Yeah, I know.
We agree way too much.
Yeah, maybe we should have more.
Should we have a healthy debate segment?
Yeah, maybe.
It's fitting, the healthy debate.
That's true.
Wow.
We just totally rip off Barstool.
Well, that's all of them, Cars.
I love it.
Any-
That was well done.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that episode.
I like last episode too. Especially after the mental health ones.
Yeah.
We brought back the
Just the
happiness.
vibe. We're in a new setting.
Yeah, we're gonna rip the
nice.
setting for a while. I
I
like
like
it too. Yeah. All right, Cars, close them out.
Let's have a week.
Peace.